The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here, and off we go from Tampa. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake. Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Running left, it's Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here. The opening drive couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A nice run there by Jones on 1st down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up. On play action, Rodgers. And that's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, and I expect someone to catch, doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now Leonard Fournette. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. Room to run again. No score after one on EA Sports. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tyler Lancaster there to make the play defensively.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 46 yards. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. William Golston in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they go the wrong way here, knocked back to the 20. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. On play action, now Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady to his old Patriot pal, Rob Gronkowski. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 14-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that rush coming, and he's taken down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, and it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On play action, now Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Airing this one out for Evans. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff to Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Rashawn Gary coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 52 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. But that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he's taken down inside the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on second down. Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 15 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a third interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Levante David. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are right back in this football game. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep for Adams. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Brady. Escape. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right, if it's college football.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, 29 yards.
And the Buccaneers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Succa. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
Oh, A dangerous return man showing it here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw into the hands of Cobb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you